What is the most important nutrient for life that all living things need, and that you and most people you talk to are probably deprived of right now? I'll give you a second. I don't want to spew all that propaganda about dehydration and drinking water and like scare you with all the facts, because that's probably already been done before, and you've likely heard most of it.
Chat, hydration check!
Alright, I don't want to waste your time. The single greatest investment I think I made in the past year has been this water bottle. I bet half the people already clicked off because they thought I'd say stocks or something. When I said investment, I didn't mean anything in terms of finances, investing in like Bitcoin or Dogecoin or something. I think that investing as like a teenager, it should really be more into things like your health and your education. I know that doesn't sound as cool, but here's a thought experiment. Let's say you could have $100 billion the next day, but you'd have to wake up with a headache for the rest of your life. And you couldn't cure that headache and it never went away, but you still had $100 billion. Would you accept that deal? No, just food for thought. But this is why I think that getting a water bottle like this is genuinely life-changing. So we know we're supposed to drink around 2 to 3 liters of water per day. And the question is, do you drink that much? And I guess the second question is, why are we even supposed to drink that much? Well, when we don't have enough water, our body literally starts to physically shrink, because the cells in our body, they're like the stuff inside the cell, it's like 90 or something percent water. So when we don't have enough water, the cell literally starts to get smaller. And if we pumped out all of the water from your body, you'd basically just turn into like a mummy. If you don't want to turn into a mummy, why the hell are you not drinking enough water? Because on a small scale, that's kind of what happens when you're dehydrated. The cells in your brain, they literally start to shrink. Your brain gets smaller. This is opposite of big brain moment, bro. Besides your brain shrinking, things like your blood pressure dropping also happen. So your brain gets even less oxygen than before. And obviously because of that, you feel a bunch of these symptoms. Or maybe these symptoms, I don't know where I put it. Your brain and basically everything in your body just starts operating and working at a much lower level. And you probably don't even know how often you're supposed to drink water. And let me tell you, it's around every 15 to 20 minutes. Every 15 to 20 minutes, you need to drink at least like some water. So most people, when they hear this, they just like nod their head and move on with their lives. But they don't actually follow any of this advice. Like almost every person that I see in school carries around like a 1 liter water bottle. Most people have like a 500 ml one, which is like the regular like Poland Spring size. But like then there are some like people that have the small ass 250 ml water bottle, and I'm just like thinking like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Okay, I'm not stalking people, but I look around and I see maybe like in like a 50-minute class they drink out of it once, and that's it. Then they just go back to listening to the teacher drone and yap on about something. Because they're not drinking water, their brain function is just decreasing. And they're listening to the teacher talk, and then their brain function is decreasing. Then they're listening to the teacher talk, and then they fall asleep. At least in my literature class. So this means if you're properly hydrated, if you drink enough water, you're already working at a more efficient level than most of your competition. Imagine if you sat down to work on, I don't know, like a business or some school project. If being properly hydrated gave your brain a 20% boost in performance. Imagine how much that would compound over like hours and days and months working on it. That would literally be huge. All right, let's get to the point. Here are some reasons why I think that getting a water bottle like this is actually life-changing. Well, first and most obviously, access to water is way easier. This crap has 64 ounces, which is around 2 liters in it, and I only have to refill it around once a day, maybe twice. And when I'm not refilling it, it's either always at my desk or I just carry it around in school. You can basically just drink it like any time you feel even the slightest inclination towards like thirst, or like you want to drink, then it's just right there, bro. Second thing is that, well, this is purely stainless steel, so there are no microplastics that leach. And people might be saying, oh no, it's that freaking conspiracy theory again. But there has been a lot of research to show that even in like the highest quality plastic water bottles, you simply cannot prevent the parts of the plastic falling off and being mixed in the water. On average, in a liter of bottled water, there are about 200,000 microplastics, which is quite a lot. Before I got this, I'd go through literally dozens of water bottles, and I actually have like the thing back there where you might see the drums, like a little like area that goes down. Like that was literally just my storage area for empty water bottles. I'd have literally like 50 of them at a time there, and like whenever I did clean it out, I had to bring like a whole box up and walk down into the garage to take it out. Just imagine 200,000 microplastics per liter. You drink like 3 liters, 3 liters a day. That's what, like 600,000, like basically like above 500,000 microplastics a day in your body. And then imagine doing that for months and years. I'm not gonna get into the effects of microplastics, but just know that like there's nothing good in them. Once your hormones get fucked, everything gets fucked. And finally, from all of this, I think that the ROI, the return on investment on such a water bottle, is just huge. I got this thing for around like $38, and that might be a bit expensive, but I think it's worth it because this thing has lasted a year and it hasn't shown any signs of like wear and tear. It's like very sturdy. It's a piece of metal. Obviously you'd expect that, but if the price is a bit too high, then you can get some of the cheaper plastic versions. I mean, I don't recommend those because I think getting just like one of these that you use for many years is probably better because, well, once again, the plastic ones probably leach a bunch of stuff into the water. I mean, I don't know, stainless steel, maybe it leaches like iron into the water, but at least it's natural, right? Right, I hope this was a pretty quick video, and maybe I convinced you that if you don't hydrate, you'll probably end up like King Tut in his tomb. I genuinely think this is one of the things that, I don't want to say it changed my life, but it definitely made it better in a lot of ways, because drinking water just makes your life better in a lot of ways. I know, it's crazy. I'll be uploading more videos where I just like talk about like things you can do. I know, not very vague. So if you like the videos, if you for some reason like me, consider subscribing. Thank you, bro.